You've surely seen them on a stroll through the park on a pleasant summer day. Chances are they didn't catch your attention, even though they are genetically altered mutants. They might even be in your front yard right now, and in fact, you've likely grown them yourself. I'm talking about marigolds, a plant that is ubiquitous to the point of banality. But it has been said that the familiar is not necessarily the known. I believe this is true of many of the living organisms we encounter on a regular basis, especially plants in the wild. Our lived environments are increasingly human-made, but even our most urbanized spaces are home to plants. These plants, either through sheer adaptive will or with the help of human intervention, both planned and unplanned, share our urban spaces. This is just one aspect of a relatively new area of study called urban environmental history. I'm particularly interested in the ways that human networks, our cultures, economies, and technologies have shaped our relationship to plants as they and we have moved across the globe. Like humans, plants have been immigrants, subject to the trials of assimilation or rejection in their new cultural environments. The lowly marigold is actually a well-traveled cosmopolitan flower. Its roots can be traced to the Aztecs, who grew the plant for ceremonial use. Spaniards brought the plant back to Europe as part of the plunder from American empires. The marigolds then followed missionaries to North Africa and then eastward as it was adopted as an essential element of South Asian cultural celebrations. The Puritans brought the plant back to the Americas. My study focuses on attempts to popularize the marigold in 20th century America. Much credit has rightly been given to one man, David Burpee, owner of the hugely successful Burpee Seed Company, located just 40 miles outside of Philadelphia. A shrewd businessman and innovator, Burpee used the latest breakthroughs in chemistry and atomic science to force genetic mutations. From these mutations, new plant varieties, such as the X-ray twins, were marketed to Americans, enthralled with hope that technology would ensure a better future. Burpee hoped that one day he would create marigolds in red, white, and blue that would grace the gardens of Washington, D.C., a place he had keen interest in, and also that his seeds would be the first seeds sent to the moon. Interestingly, David Burpee sought to associate his new marigold varieties with American diplomacy. Burpee called his plants friendship flowers and American marigolds. For publicity, he sent baskets of his friendship flowers to English Queen Mary, the West German Chancellor, and even the Emperor of Japan. But he didn't stop there in his quest to make the marigold as American as apple pie. He lobbied Congress and incited senators to debate naming the marigold the national flower. Ultimately, despite his extensive efforts, the marigold lost out to the rose. Though it never achieved the lofty, iconic status of the eagle, the marigold certainly assimilated into gardens across the nation. As a microhistory, the story of the marigold offers an entry point to debates about the tangled relationship between culture and nature, or human-made and biologic domains. It asks us to consider the socially constructed ideal of nature itself and our ever-changing relationship to it as we contemplate our place in the Anthropocene. Thank you.